T-Wolves. I'm Myri.
And I'm Maddie.
And this is T-Wolf TV for Friday, September 11th. 19 years ago, terrorists flew airplanes into the Twin Towers in New York, the Pentagon, and one crashed in Somerset County in Pennsylvania. 2,977 people died in what was the deadliest terrorist act in world history. Most who perished were civilians, except for 343 brave firefighters and 71 law enforcement officers who died in the World Trade Center and on the grounds in New York City. Let us never forget.
T-Wolf TV's Jackson Gowans, Dasha Harding, and Maddie Villa spoke with Coach Engel about his memories of 9/11.
All right, so when 9/11 happened, it was really a crazy time. It was my senior year in high school. So I was in Georgia visiting my family that weekend, and I was actually supposed to be on a flight the very next day on September 12th, leaving Atlanta. So I woke up the morning of September 11th. My brother woke me up. He was like, "Hey, Iz, you got to come watch the news. A plane just crashed into the World Trade Center." So when we first started watching it, we thought it was like an accident. We didn't really know what it was. And then the second plane hit. So we were watching as the second plane hit. And then at that point, we knew it wasn't an accident. So it was just crazy to watch. And more was unfolding. We found out it was terrorists. And by the end of the day, it was like we didn't know if we were about to get drafted. We were going to go to war. There was just so much like hysteria and just like uncertainty in the world. And it was crazy for me because I was supposed to fly back to Utah the very next day. And then I got stuck in Atlanta, because Atlanta is one of the busiest airports. It's an international airport. So they thought Atlanta was one of the main targets for another attack. And then I was on one of the very first flights that they let leave Atlanta. So I just remember being back on that flight and going through the airport it was terrifying, really, to sit on a plane, kind of like with uncertainty of like, you know, everything really in the world. So it was just a crazy time, and then having to fly back and be 2,000 miles away from my family and not knowing about wars and all that stuff. It was really a crazy time for everybody. It's really hard to explain how it really felt.
Up next is a brief tribute video produced by T-Wolf TV's Ian Rodriguez.
I am in a situation with American to learn the possible hijack.
Hi, baby. Baby, you have to listen to me carefully. I'm on a plane that's been hijacked. I'm on the plane. I'm calling from the plane. I want to tell you I love you. Please tell my children that I love them very much.
We have some problems over here right now. We might have a hijack over here, two of them.
Pentagon just got hit. You know, for that.
He's down?
Yes.
When did he land?
He did not land.
Oh, he's down?
Yes,
Down?
somewhere up northeast of Camp David.
Sources of Strength is sponsoring Dress Up Days next week. Here's Rebecca Partridge from Sources of Strength with the info.
Hey, we're Sources of Strength.
And this week is SOS week.
Get ready to dress up. Monday the 14th is Twin Days.
Tuesday the 15th is Strike Day. Wednesday the 16th is Animal Print Day.
Thursday the 17th is Neon Day. Friday is Class Colors Day. Seniors wear green.
Juniors wear blue.
And sophomores wear white.
We can't wait to see you dress up.
And remember, it's a great day to be a T-Wolf.
After 5 region matches, the golf team is in 3rd place in the region and only 4 strokes away from 2nd. We are led by seniors Joey Hadfield and Gavin Scott. We have 3 more matches. Good luck, golfers!
Starting Monday, every student enrolled at THS, both in person and online, can have breakfast and lunch for free. The USDA has approved free meals for students through December 31st, so head on over to the lunchroom for some food. Here's the THS Nutrition Service Manager, Amy Erickson, with info.
T-Wolves, I have some great news for you. I'm the kitchen manager and wanted to let you know that starting on Monday, September 14th, all breakfasts and lunches for students enrolled at THS are free. This is a temporary waiver from the government through the end of this year or until the funding runs out. So come on down and have some breakfast and lunch in the cafeteria. We've got it set up so it's an easy grab and go style. You come through the line, pick your choices, and then you can take your bag of food, check out, and head home. No charge at all. Come on down and give it a try. See you soon.
If you didn't get your student ID yesterday, come today after school to get yours on the front lawn. Masks are required.
Good luck to our volleyball team in their tournament at AF and Lehigh Friday and Saturday. And good luck to our football team tonight against Summit Academy. We leave you today with a special 9/11 tribute. Let us never forget. For T-Wolf TV, I'm Maddie.
And I'm Myri.
Remember, T-Wolves,
we love you all.
I do walking tours of the 9/11 Memorial for the 9/11 Tribute Center. And I meet people on my tours from all four corners of the globe. On every one of my tours, I mention that most people don't remember what they did yesterday. But I have had so many guests on my tours come up to me and say that they remember every single detail about where they were and what they were doing on September 11th, regardless of where they're from.
When you talk to anybody, say, you know, and you tell them where you were on September 11th, they'll tell you exactly where they were, because even though they may not have been in the building, but they'll definitely remember where they were.
People always remember every single moment of that day around the world, because September 11, 2001 is not just New Yorker's story, it's not just my story, but it is international part of history and a history of every single person in the world.
And what I say to my guests all the time is, that's your 9/11 story. And you should tell it, because by telling it, by doing so, you help us to share history, and you help us to keep the spirit of what happened here alive. I'm inspired by that. That gives me so much hope.
I believe September 11th would be the equivalent of D-Day for certain generations, or Pearl Harbor, or when JFK was assassinated. You know, those seminal, markers in your history, in your lifetime.
My cousin was in Pearl Harbor. My father and grandfather remember Pearl Harbor. These generations will need to remember.
I think it's important to try to remember some tragedies. Remember that life can be very precious and can be gone in a flash.
These are emotional memories that cannot be translated into a textbook. These are stories that we tell people, and hopefully the generation will understand this here and bring it forward to the next generation.
I feel that a lot of people use September 11th to remember the wrong things, to remember the divisions instead of what brought us together. And I think as more and more time goes by, more and more people just remember the hate that caused that act instead of the love that followed it. We were all one that day. People from New York, DC, all over the country and all over the world. Everybody was united. I think that's why everybody remembers where they were, because everybody's heart was here. I remember.
I remember. I remember. I remember September 11th.
I remember September 11th.
I remember September 11th.
I remember September 11th.
I remember September 11th.